let's dive into the interest rates first, Matt, because the low interest rates over the past several years have allowed consumers to have more buying power, right? So interest rates, you said it recently ticked back down.
They did drop, and because of how dramatically they dropped, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, the investors, they added what they call a loan level pricing adjustment to refinance opportunities for all refinance loans. So they added a little bit of pricing on the loan level for customers where they're either getting charged X amount of dollars in points, or they've increased their rates by, it was a half a basis point. And that was in an effort to get people to slow down on refinancing because everybody was refinancing sometimes a couple of times a year. So it's really difficult for Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac investors to bank and hedge on receiving a certain amount of income from the loans that they're purchasing from lenders like us at Movement Mortgage. And if you refinance too quick, and on a grand scale, like it was in the direction it was going during the beginning of COVID and in the middle of COVID, then they start to bleed money because they're not receiving all the income that they are depending on the backside. So for that reason, separate from purchase interest rates, but more importantly, refinance rates, they added that half a point, which raised interest rates for refinances a little bit. Most recently, they've gotten rid of the half a point loan level pricing adjustment, and now interest rates with refis are very similar and pretty much identical to a purchase rate. Generally speaking, on an A+ profile, you still have the opportunity to get into the twos, which is a fantastic rate.
So last year in 2020, there were 3,457 active single-family homes on the market in June of 2020. This year, in June of 2020, there were 1,775 active homes. Now, that's a drastic change. The other thing that you need to know, which is important, is what the Rhode Island MLS, the multi-listing service, considers to be active is also active under agreement. So it's basically the first 2 to 4 weeks of when a property is pending. So when we take the active under agreements out of this bad boy, we only had between 600 and 800 active single family homes on the market. And then you start to hash away, look, that's 39 municipalities. And then look at 250, 300 of those are over, $1 million. Okay. And then you've got just such a limited amount of homes that fall in the median range here in Rhode Island. I mean, there's literally nothing. There was nothing affordable on the market. A lot of homes that need work are sitting and sitting and sitting. What we've noticed is everything under 350 in Rhode Island is still flying off the shelf. Absolutely flying off the shelf. Things over 350 are still going to multiple bids. However, when you go to an open house, you're no longer seeing 50, 60 people at most of these. When you're over 350, you're now seeing maybe a few people. What I believe is the fact that consumers, number one, I think that a lot of buyers are fatigued. Number two, inventory is now picking up. Okay, as inventory is around, we've got about 1,000 homes active on the market in Rhode Island. So from our lowest point, it's doubled. Okay, so from a few months ago, we've doubled the amount of inventory.